right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again. This is our second half of the Monday night program. It is the limited late models. At this time, I will ask that you please rise and remove your hats for playing tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome back. Just about 2.5 minutes left to go in practice. And on the top of the leaderboard right now is the 051 of Mark Spittelmeister. 7 drivers registered for action tonight. Unless we get somebody in the next 6.5 minutes or so, that will be one heat race. And in the 25 lap A main. At this point, your point leader, the 9 of Robbie Milburn, has all but secured the championship. All he has to do is show up next week, and it is his, with him being here tonight. He has not taken a lap as of yet. You have 6 cars that have your running order for those 6 cars. Again, this is based off their fastest times in practice. Is the 051 of Mark Spittelmeister, the 883 of Bud Mullenix, the 34 of Falcon Smith, the 53 of Ian Humphreys, 5th is the 64 of Matt Mateer, and then 6th is the 80 of Stroke Gunderson. As now the 9 gets out there to put down a couple laps. He clocks his first one in that 7th and final position. Do not expect him to stay there through qualifying. Do expect him to move up and be towards the front. Some of these drivers putting laps in while the track is a lot fresher than it is right now. Just about 45 seconds left to go here in this practice session before it is advanced to qualifying. Qualifying, we will not advance, as that does give everybody that extra 5 minutes to come in and join. The only reason we have practice set up so long over here is just in case the race prior goes over expected length. As Robbie Milburn was able to get up to 5th, as you see on your scoreboard. As we go ahead and advance that session. Get ready to go qualifying. Your qualifying will determine the starting lineup for the heat race. As we wait to see who is going to come out on track first, and it looks like it's going to be the 051 of Mark Spittelmeister. 80 of Brian Gunderson also out on track. We'll follow this 80 Gunderson for a lap, then we'll catch the second lap of Spittelmeister. As here comes Gunderson taking the green flag. 883 of Bud Mullenix now also out on track. As Gunderson comes down, lap number 1 goes in the books. Gunderson, a 15.945. Mark Spittelmeister gets quick time with a 15.169 as we watch him finish up his second lap. Lap number 2 for Spittelmeister will be quicker, a 15.053, 15053. Here's the 883 of Bud Mullenix. He ran a 15.233 on lap number 1. Coming down to complete lap number 2, working through turn number 3 and 4. Lap number 2 for him will be, waiting for it to update slower, a 15.306. 34 of Falcon Smith, a 64 of Matt Mateer. Mateer is done. He sits second as of right now with a 15.219, 15219 for Mateer. As here comes a 34 of Flying Falcon Smith, lap number 1 going into books. Or excuse me, green flag in the air for the 34 of Falcon Smith. Working through 3 and 4, now a lap in the books. As Falcon Smith goes fourth quick, a 15.272, 15272 for Falcon Smith on lap number 1. Working through 3 and 4 for lap number 2, coming down to the front straightaway. Move him to second quick, a 15.115, 15115. Robbie Milburn also out on track. Ian Humphreys, a 15.411, his best lap. Puts him fifth quick. Here comes Robbie Milburn, taking the green flag, working through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, curve back straightaway into 3 and 4. Works through 3 and 4, coming out of turn number 4, a little bit of a bobble. Keeps it out of the wall, lap number 1. Third quick, a 15.173, 15173 on lap number 1 for the 9 of Robbie Milburn. And coming out of turn number 4, complete lap number 2, looks a lot smoother that time. But goes slower, a 15.3 for lap number 2. That is all 7 drivers that have taken a time. Your feature starting lineup will look like this, and I will go over it again, but starting on the pole, out of Wisconsin, it is the 051 of Mark Spittelmeister. Out of the Carolinas, in the number 34, starting on the outside of the front row, is Falcon Smith. Out of the Virginias, in the number 9, will roll off third, that is Robbie Milburn. Fourth, out of Atlanta, Georgia, in the number 64, that is Matt Mateer. Rolling off fifth, out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, in the 883, it will be Bud Mullenix. Ian Humphreys in the 53 will roll off sixth. And then rounding out your heat race, out of Wisconsin, will be the 80 of Stroke Gunderson. That is how we will line them up for your A feature. We got about 20 seconds left. It doesn't happen very often, but every once in a while we'll get a driver in here in the last couple seconds before heat racing action. That does allow them to actually race with us, so we do not advance qualifying. Once again, I do want to thank you guys for coming in and tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe notification bell as we get ready to line them up for your first heat. Once again, starting on the inside of the front row. That is the 051 of Mark Spittelmeister. To his outside in the 34, that is Falcon Smith. Inside row number 2, the 9 of Robbie Milburn with the 64 of Matt Mateer flanking him. Inside row number 3, in the 883, that is Bud Mullenix with a 53 at Ian Humphreys to his outside. And in rolling off tailback is the 80 of Brian Gunderson. 7 cars, 8 laps the distance for your limited late model heat race. Pace truck comes down to get the 1 to green signal this time by. Caution lights go out around the racing surface. Pace truck will dive off in turn 4, handing control over to the 051 of Mark Spittelmeister. Pace truck making that hard right as the 051 says it's go time. He stands on that loud pedal. The 34 of Falcon Smith not letting him go just yet. Here comes the 9 of Robbie Milburn looking to the inside of the 34. Robbie Milburn working the inside trying to snag that second spot. Mateer not letting the top 4 get away. As contact, looks like everybody's able to keep it going straight. More contact. The 53 goes around as we stack them up big. Roll this back, see what happens here. Looks like starts with the 9 and 64 making contact. 53 maybe rolls out of it. 883, 80, nowhere to go. Just stacking them all up. Looks like just one of those racing deals right there off the start. Everybody bunched up together. Everybody is able to get it back pointed in the right direction. As we got 1 lap complete. We'll get them stacked back up. Should be a Delaware restart. 34 will have lane choice. Looks like the 883 of Bud Mullenix pulled in to get his quick repair, maybe retire from the event. As there is the 1 to go. Flying Falcon Smith choosing the outside. Putting the 9 of Robbie Milburn to the inside. 4th will be the 64 of Matt Mateer. The 80 of Brian Gunderson 5th, and then rounding out the field will be the 53 of Ian Humphreys. As Mark lays down that loud pedal, they drag race for the 2nd spot. A little bit of contact with the wall, but everybody keeps pointed in the right direction. Top 4 right there together, but we're still side by side for 2nd. It's Milburn working the inside of Falcon Smith. You gotta watch that inside wall in turn number 4. Everybody able to avoid it for now. Turns 1 and 2 are tricky, trying to go through it side by side. Everybody able to do it so far. The 34 of Falcon Smith And the 9 of Robbie Milburn still side by side as we hit the halfway. Here comes the 64 of Matt Mateer trying to stick his nose into this race for the top 3. Loses a little bit of ground that time as they were still battling for the second, the 34 and 9, as they're starting to reel in your leader, the 051 of Mark Spittelmeister. Those top 3 fire off down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4, close to making contact. 2 laps to go. Popsicle sticks in the air for the 051 of Mark Spittelmeister. Your battle is still for this second spot. Milburn wants it. White flag in the air for Spittelmeister. As here comes Milburn making a move down low. Not able to make anything work. Has to tuck back in. Try to make something work here in 3 and 4. Not gonna happen. The 34 of Falcon Smith gonna hold that second spot. Your winner, the 051 of Mark Spittelmeister. The 9 of Robbie Milburn coming home second. 4th Matt goes to Matt Mateer. 5th, the 53 of Ian Humphreys. As we get ready for your 3 wide Thunder thank you. Get ready to get these guys out here. Looks like they're going to slow roll, try to get everybody caught up here so we don't have to go a second lap. Looks like possibly waiting on the 64 of Matt Mateer, as now he is out on the racetrack as well. As they crawl down the back straightaway. Here comes Matt Mateer tagging in. Bit early there. Ladies and gentlemen, here they come out of turn number 4. They're 3 wide. Tell each and every one of you thank you for the support and views. It's the 3 wide Thunder. Thank you. As they go ahead and fire this off, get this track a little bit more burnt in. We're going to go ahead. I am going to step away. Let you enjoy the sights and sounds of these cars. Just about a minute to go here in these warm-ups. What did you guys think about that heat race? And who out there thinks the 051 of Mark Spittelmeister is going to win this tonight? What about the 34 of Flying Falcon Smith? Maybe the 9 of Robbie Milburn. He's had a dominant season this far. Maybe you guys think Robbie will win it. Or could it be somebody that we don't typically see out here or up towards the front? Maybe a Bud Mullenix, Matt Mateer. Ian Humphreys don't come out here very often. Maybe good old Stroke Gunderson, always a good underdog story. Maybe we can see Stroke get out here and get a good finish tonight. What do you guys think? All right, ladies and gentlemen, your starting lineup for the A feature will look like this. On the inside of the front row, the driver out of Wisconsin in the 051, that is Mark Spittelmeister. Flanked to his outside, the driver out of the Carolinas in the number 34, that is Flying Falcon Smith. Scheduled to roll off third, there he is, the driver out of the Carolinas in the number 9, that is Robbie Milburn. And to his outside from Atlanta, Georgia in the number 64, that is Matthew Mateer. Rolling off fifth tonight in the 53, that is Ian Humphreys. With another Wisconsin driver in the number 80, Brian Gunderson to his outside. And then rounding out the field out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, that is the 883 of Bud Mullenix. 25 laps the distance on this feature event. Caution lights go out around the speedway once again. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, giving these drivers the recognition they deserve coming out here each and every week. 59 races scheduled for season 3A. As the pace truck dives off in turn number 4, and Spittelmeister says it's hammer time. As already getting them stacked up in the back. Everybody able to keep it going though. As we go back up front, the 9 of Robbie Milburn able to get around the 34 of Falcon Smith. Now all over the back bumper of Spittelmeister. The 34 of Falcon Smith has the 53 of Ian Humphreys looking to his inside. As we got two car packs, here comes the 64 of Matt Mateer trying to get around Ian Humphreys as Mateer gets super sideways, able to get it pointed back in the right direction. Might lose a spot to the 883 if he doesn't get going soon. As the 051 of Mark Spittelmeister still leads over the 9 of Robbie Milburn. Third is the 34 of Falcon Smith. Fourth, the 53 of Ian Humphreys. Fifth is the 64 of Matt Mateer. Sixth, the 883 of Bud Mullenix. And the 80 of Stroke Gunderson is out of tonight's event. Everybody pretty well single file with 5 laps down, 20 to go. Not much separation between the top 3 though. Any little slip up and there could be an advantage gained by the driver behind here in your top 3 as they work through 1 and 2. Once again, they still remain single file. Looks like the 9 of Robbie Milburn might be closing in on the 051 Mark Spittelmeister just a little bit. At the line, just about 3/10. There goes Mark Spittelmeister hard up into the wall. That allows the 9-0 Robbie Milburn to get to the inside. Slide job coming out of turn number 4. And the lead over to the 9-0 Robbie Milburn. But here comes Spittelmeister, not giving up just yet. Trying to fight back on the inside. Not quite able to make it happen. Now he looks high in turn 3 and 4. Has to tug back in, coming down the front straightaway. Running that high set hard into the wall. Sideways down into the 34. As that stacks everybody up. As we come back, take another look at this. Mark just hard up into the wall. Loses control, gets down into the 34. Ends up coming up, making contact with the 64. As he ends up towing it, I think he may end up parking it for the night. As we go back up front, your top 3 now, the 9-0 Robbie Milburn, the 34 of Flying Falcon Smith, and the 53 of Ian Humphreys. The 34 of Falcon Smith will have lane choice on this restart. It appears as though he will choose the outside, giving the inside to the 53 of Ian Humphreys. We are back green flag racing. The 9-0 Robbie Milburn out to a comfortable lead so far. Working through 1 and 2, the 3 and 4, the 64 of Matt Mateer trying to look to the inside of the 34 of Falcon Smith. Can't quite make it happen in 1 and 2. Running a bit of more of a cut down line coming down the back straightaway. Your leader, though, the 9-0 Robbie Milburn out to a comfortable lead. As everybody goes back single file, working down the back straightaway into turn number 3. The field's starting to spread out just a little bit. 13 down. We are halfway. As the 64 of Matt Mateer still digging hard to try to catch that 34 of Falcon Smith. Can't quite make it happen yet. We'll look at times as they come by. As it looks like the fastest car out there is the 9-0 Robbie Milburn that lap. This lap, it goes to Falcon Smith. As we work down the back straightaway. Now out of 3 and 4, the 34 of Falcon Smith still trying to run him down. And Falcon is the fastest driver on the track. He is not the fastest car on the track right now. It is Robbie Milburn by almost 0.3 of a second. As we've got less than 10 laps to go. Robbie Milburn still out front, leading this thing as we go through the field. Like I said, out front is the 9 of Robbie Milburn. Running second is the 34 of Falcon Smith. Third, the 64 of Matt Mateer. Fourth, the 53 of Ian Humphreys. The 883 051 and 80 of Brian Gunderson are all out of tonight's event. So only 4 cars left out on track. Attrition playing a big one in this one. As we get 5, we have 5 laps to go. Make that 4 now. As they work through 3 and 4 one more time. Just 3 laps to go for your leader. The 9 of Robbie Milburn. Once again, everybody pretty well good and spread out. Popsicle sticks going in the air for your leader. Just 2 laps to go for the 9 of Robbie Milburn. The 34 of Falcon Smith about a second off of him, and 2.5 seconds back to the 64 of Matt Mateer. White flag in the air, just one more trip around for the 9 of Robbie Milburn. Working the back straightaway. Into turn 3 and 4 for the final time. Coming to the checkers, it is the 9 of Robbie Milburn. Second will go to the 34 of Falcon Smith. Third, the 64 of Matt Mateer. And then the last car running will be the 53 of Ian Humphreys. As we go ahead and pull these cars up onto victory lane. Looks like the 9 sliding down just a little bit. Looks like he might be stuck there. That's a different picture of the night as we go ahead and wait for them to get in their jump in the waiting room. Got the 64 of Matt Mateer up in here again. Waiting on the 34 of Flying Falcon Smith and the 9 of Robbie Milburn. As there is your winner, we'll go ahead and pull him up. Your winner tonight, able to get around the 051 of Mark Spittelmeister, the 9 of Robbie Milburn. Got a copy, Robbie? All right. Well, it looks like you got stuck trying to get to victory lane, but you got there anyway. So walk us through your night and how you were able to take a hold of it, champ. Yeah, the wall has been rough this week. Ate a lot of drivers up. Um, didn't look like it ate you up too much this week, tonight. So congratulations on that. I think that right there is a victory in and of itself. Um, okay. Well, I can't remember. Have you missed a week here for these limited late models at all? All right. Well, that means you are the champion. Um, as a drop week, you're well over 100 points ahead. Your drop week would keep that advantage there for you. So, congratulations on the championship. And how do you feel about next week going into Lanier, knowing that all you got to do is, I mean, technically not even show up, but all right. Well, good luck next week. Sponsors, shout outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting you here tonight? All right. Well, congratulations. And yeah, jumping into your wheelhouse a little bit more next season with the pro late. So, um, congratulations on the win and the championship. And looking forward to seeing if you can repeat it next season. Yeah, hopefully he'll be here. Would be awesome to see him in the season. So, Mike, if you're coming out, join us. Last one. So, but yeah, congratulations, and look, hopefully get to talk to you next week again. All right, and thank you, Robbie. All right, that was your winner, the 9 of Robbie Milburn. Coming home second is the 9 or 34, excuse me, of Falcon Smith. Got a copy, Falcon. All right, go ahead, walk us through your night and how you were able to pull off a second spot and avoid getting bit by the wall. All right. Well, congratulations on the second place finish. Go ahead, sponsor shout outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting you here tonight?
We got a good group of guys that run it. SSR for the setups. Appreciate those guys always. ML Performance, Kryptonite Race Cars, Dix County Line Carry Out, and Spuds Used Cars and Live Bait. Appreciate their support.
All right. Well, once again, congratulations. And uh, hopefully, good luck next season. Not sure where you're sitting in the points, but um, hopefully
We're
you're doing
setting,
pretty good. And hopefully you can make a good showing again next week.
yeah, we're setting second right now. In the limited late models, midgets, and the Thunder Throwdown, we're trying to track down Everton on Wednesday night. There, we'll see what we can do in his cars.
All right. Yeah, midgets are pretty well locked down. Here, we're pretty well locked down. So hopefully you can get a championship over there on Wednesday night.
Yeah, we'll be back to give it a shot.
All right. How do you feel getting ready to jump into a 410 wing car here?
It'll be fun. I think it'll be kind of a survival sort of deal. So whoever can take care of their equipment, keep it on all fours, has got a pretty good shot to win. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, good luck. Sponsors, shout outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting you here tonight?
Uh, Covered those guys. Crub Brothers Racing left them out. Um, Again, Jay, just appreciate you guys putting this deal on.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit late. I apologize since I did already ask that. But
All good.
congratulations again and good luck Wednesday night.
All right, sounds good. Appreciate it.
All right. That is your second place finisher, the 34 of Falcon Smith. Coming home third is the 64 of Matt Mateer. Got a copy, Matt?
Hey Jay, how you doing?
All right. I'm doing okay. Walk us through your night and, yeah, walk us through your night and how you were able to finally get a third place finish.
Well, to be dead honest, I thought, if I worked in the top line, everyone would be forced to do some bottom line racing and get a little down and dirty, but I guess that was not the case. I think I just lucked out really tonight with Mark getting into, I think with another car, I think it was Falcon, and I was able to just kind of sneak on by and you know, just kind of. Well, I think actually both those cars actually just kind of quit, didn't they? Or one went to the back of the pack. But I mean, just one of those things. You luck out, and you're on a podium spot. So I can't say anything more about that. And I couldn't chase down the two in front of me for shits and giggles either. So
All right. When is the next time we're going to see you? Do you know?
hopefully the 410s this Wednesday. I've got some time, so I should be able to take care of that. But that'll probably be my last race for the week. I got to head down to Panama City Beach and work on a property. So, um, other than that, I can't wait to see you guys come next Sunday after that race from Wednesday.
All right. Anything that you can take away from anything tonight to apply to Wednesday night's 410s?
Uh, Well, it just depends on the setup with the 410s. I do kind of like the SSR setup with the 410s, especially for this map. I've had some good success with it. It just depends on how much dig and how high up we go. If it really slicks off, there's just going to be a real chase around the bottom so you can run a cleaner line. But it's definitely going to be one of those where I have to look for the transition point between running that middle to going to the high once things start to really work slick off. So it's more or less going to be qualify, and try to then stay out in front of my heats. And then once I get solidified in that spot, that's when I need to make sure that I'm in a key point where when it does make that transition, I'm able to capitalize and get around the leader, and then he won't be able to touch me from there. So that's kind of what I'm looking at.
All right. Sponsors, shout outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting you here tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank 60 Feet 6 Inches, ABR Setup Shop. Um, I'd like to thank Dice Graphics, Mike Lonis. I'd like to thank everybody in Evil Empire. I'd like to thank you, Jay, and Thunder for putting on a great league.
All right. Well, I appreciate your support and appreciate you coming out. Congratulations once again on another podium finish. I know you've had a good handful this season. So congratulations on another one, and look, hopefully we get to talk to you at least one more time before the season's out.
I hope I bring it home Wednesday with the 410s because those are more of my bread and butter. So I look kind of forward to that, especially with Weedsport being very challenging and technical track with how it is and how it slicks off. So I hope I can put a good show on for you guys Wednesday.
All right. Looking forward to seeing it. And once again, congratulations, and hopefully we'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Jay. Have a good one.
You too. All right. That was your third place finisher, the 64 of Matt Mateer. As we go ahead and bring up our sponsors and shout outs, we want to thank Diamond Designs. They are giving away a free giving each championship driver a free paint, each paint valued at over $20. So that's over $100 worth of paints they are handing out. Visit them on Facebook, Diamond Designs. Giddings Mobile Repair is a financial backer of Thunder Racing League. For all your automotive, commercial vehicle, and trailer repair needs, get a hold of Giddings Mobile Repair LLC on Facebook. Stevenson Family Performance, another monetary backer of Thunder Racing League. Check them out on Facebook as well, Stevenson Family Performance. School of Sim Racing, all of season 3A is fixed setups. Check out theirs, and if with it being a fixed setup, if they make a setup for the car, it is a School of Sim Racing setup in the car. Check them out on Facebook or check out Tommy Brandon on YouTube for some great advice on how to set up a car yourself or just how to learn how to drive it. Again, that is School of Sim Racing. DNT Designs, they are giving away a free wrap to every 5th place finisher this season. Sneed Game Farms, sponsoring the Sneed Game Farm Dedicated Driver Award. That is a $10 cash bonus going to the driver with the most attempted starts across all 5 series. And then last but not least, we want to thank Veterans and Warriors One Stop Shop. They are a nonprofit organization geared towards helping veterans every way possible. If you would like to donate, check them out on Facebook, Veterans and Warriors One Stop Shop, or you can also send Justin Jones a message in the Discord. He will have the VWAS behind his name. Our next race is scheduled for Wednesday night, so hopefully you will tune back in Wednesday night. I am Jay Giddings, the voice of Thunder Racing League TV. You are watching Thunder Racing League TV, the home of all your Thunder Racing League action. Have a good night.